Hey everyone, welcome back to another entry in the Armor tutorial series for Aero version 6. For this video, we're going to discuss the Profile tool. It's the three little building block icon denoted here in the left. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. When you hit the Profile Manager, the first thing you're going to see is the dashboard. This shows the currently available profiles for your system. As you can see here, we've got our Armor profile, we've got our base font and our accent font, our color palette, and a couple actions. The green check mark means this profile is finished and active. So we'll start into the first one. We've got our typography editor, and this one shows you all of the fonts that our framework ships by default. And as you change them to see what you like, it will also go ahead and change this box here. When the website is developed, we use this tool to set your base fonts. Without understanding how style sheets work, this will not edit the fonts on your site, but it gives you a good preview of what fonts you might want to use. And if you want to give that information over to the Armortex, they can make that switch for you relatively easily. Or if you're familiar with CSS, you can go ahead and do that right inside of your style sheet. So moving on to the next section we're going to talk about here, that's the profile header. And this is literally the header to your website. So this code here creates this header piece from the orange bar to the top of our slider here with Armor's logo, the menu, these different links here for directions and our phone number and our contact button. All of this is generated in this header document. Much like the header document, you've also got a place to edit your footer, and your page footer is usually the last part of your page that you see on every page. So this code that we've got in this editor creates this box down here. The CSS tool is for initial development only, and I don't recommend using it unless you're absolutely certain you know what you're doing. It'll allow you to edit a CSS style sheet from within the framework, but with the custom styles that some developers have to do sometimes to get your designs together, it's not necessarily recommended that you're poking around in this, again, unless you know what you're doing. That brings us to our palette tool, and this is a fully featured color picker. So, as you can see here, we've got our central box with our 4 colors, as well as our accent color being the 000. We can click in here and change whatever colors we would like until we get a color palette match we'd like. The box on the right side will recommend colors to you. The box on the left side will show you any pre-made color palettes that you might have access to. And what's great about this tool is every color that is on here is draggable. So say you do like the suggestion that they gave you. You can just drag it and put it wherever you'd like, and it will continue to suggest colors for you. Then, if you do save a name to this palette, it will store it in the pre-made so that it can show up here on the side, so you can make several different palettes and swap them in and out as you see fit. That brings us to the last functionality of the profile, and that's the Social Network Manager. This manages social networks and icons. As you can see on Armor, ours are these hexagons across the front. But it allows you to either edit, add, or toggle these networks. When you're adding a new one, it's relatively easy. We use Font Awesome codes in order to bring those up. In the description of this video, there should be a link to the Font Awesome Bootstrap cheat sheet that should help you. But basically, they are relatively straightforward. So say we want to use the Facebook icon, we can just type Facebook here. If we want the square around it, we can type Facebook square. Not all of the networks are like that. This is one that happens to be. You type the link to your Facebook profile here, whatever you'd like the background color to be for default. So let's say we want it to be red. And then when somebody hovers over it, what would we like it to be? Let's say we want it to be green. And then a name of the network. Generally, this is just the name of the social network. So you can see it's got some customization here. Once you add the network, it shows up in this list. And making sure they're toggled on, they'll show up on your website wherever the social media icons were set. The only other part of the profile is the Start a New Profile, and that will just run you through the entire process from start to finish, including cloning layouts so that you have access to new layouts, naming the profile, and going through each step that we just discussed. All right, that should be it for the profile module. If you've got any questions or feel like I missed anything, please feel free to email us at support@armortex.com, and we'll get that information to you as quickly as we can. We really appreciate you guys consuming our content. You guys are the reason that we still get to do what we love every single day. So thank you so much for doing what you do to let us keep doing what we do. And as always, stay awesome.